nice day here in Michigan. I don't know. YouTube must not be notifying my subscribers on YouTube apparently, because or I'm just not that interesting. Or maybe I should title my videos something different so they're not flagged. Uh, hey, Wugmaster 101, what's up, my brother? Need to get your ass over here. You better hit that like button too, Woogie. You remember that flag behind me, Tommy? I know it's backwards, but do you remember where I got that flag at? You were there. Look at the date. All right, we got 4 people on here. How's everyone doing tonight? Where's everyone from? Let's get started. Oh, drop back down. Hey, Kevin, how you from Italy? Hey, glad to have you on board. Um, what I'm going to talk about tonight might not be a whole lot of interest to you, but who knows? Stick around. We're getting some people on here. New Hampshire, Robert, how you doing tonight, man? Hope you're doing well. Hope everybody's doing well. Um, I got some more wonderful news today. I'll share that with you all here in a little bit. Ollie, I can't read that, but New Hampshire, Steel City, you made it, brother. Welcome back. Nashville. All right, got some people in here. New Hampshire. Hey, Joe's Premium Firewood. Doing firewood in this weather sucks. Yeah, it does, brother, but I'll get back on it for you. Hey, my brother Joe, how you doing? Good evening, brother. No, you're wrong on that one, Tommy. Talking about this flag I have behind me. I know it's backwards, but what it says is Hillary for prison, 2016. I got that flag given to me in Coldwater during a Trump rally. I asked a guy if I could get a picture with that flag, and he's like, "I'll do you one better, and I'll just give it to you at the end of the rally." That's how I got that flag. But just figured I'd share it with you because to me it's still relevant to this day. What do I think about Trump? Uh, Man, I have mixed feelings, mixed emotions on him. I think he's doing some awesome things, but what I talked about last night about Stargate project, using AI to cure cancer and all this other shit, supercomputer named Willow, that stuff scares me because I don't understand it. So, but that's human nature. We fear what we don't understand, and rightfully so. The rally banner, brother, that's in my house hanging up, man. If you're talking about our rally from Hillsdale. Yeah, I've had this one piece suit for a while. It's all about it's not about a fashion statement. It's about staying warm. So I got all kinds of camo. Camo's my favorite color. Yeah, Joe's Firewood. Yeah, I seen the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers were set free. So was my brother Matt Kroll. I'm so happy for all the J6ers that are freed. Yeah, brother, I'm in my pole barn, brother. Mine too. It's the only place I can really do a live video. Is out here for some odd reason. I could probably drive up to the end of my driveway and probably do a live from my vehicle, but I'd rather sit out my pole barn. What state do I live in? I live in Michigan. I'm from Michigan. I'm just a country boy, lives in a small town. A lot of people just consider me a redneck. Yes, J6 was a setup by the FBI. Absolutely, Robert. Could not agree with you more. Could not agree with you more, brother. Indiana. All right, we got Indiana in the house. What kind of question is that, Kevin? Have you ever killed? No, I've never killed a person. No, but I've killed deer, um, small game hunted. So, yeah. But no, I'm not a violent person, but I know how to be dangerous if need be. There's a big difference. Indiana, Ohio, we got more people coming in, man. Awesome. This is great to be with all of you. Last night I tried to do a live and it was just a bunch of either AI or a bunch of trolls trying to shut my feed down. Okay, MM, cool. All right. Yeah, we got 33 people on here, man. That's a pretty big number for me. Patriots are everywhere. I hope you're right, Robert, because this country is in sore need of patriots, a sore need of people that care about preserving the Bill of Rights and the Constitution for futurations. I mean, some of the good news I got today is I actually got confirmation today from my youngest kid. Um, he's having a boy. So that does actually confirm 5 grandchildren that are all grandsons. I have 5 grandsons, ranging from 9 to going to be born in March. So, yeah, I have a lot to fight for. I have a lot to think about other than myself. Thank you. It's truly a blessing to have grandkids because that is part of my legacy. That is something that is going to live on when I'm gone. That's what we all should want to do is leave behind a great legacy, something that we can be proud of, something our grandchildren can look to and be like, man, my grandpa was a badass, man. That's what I want my grandchildren to know about me is that I stood up and I fought for their rights. But anyways, that's off topic of what I want to talk to you guys about a little bit, but then we can talk about whatever. Uh, oh, they come to visit quite often, not as much as I'd like, but it's winter time. Um, Everything's a struggle right now for all of us. I'm sure all of us feeling a little bit of a struggle. Hoping things get better. It's all about staying positive, staying motivated to make change. Hey, thank you, DB Cougar or Cooper. Appreciate it, guys. I really do. What's up, Midwest Perspective? What's up, my brother Darren? How you doing tonight, man? Man, this is nice actually having a good open dialogue tonight. Maybe we can just, have a good conversation tonight, an intellectual one where we think outside the box, where we don't just follow what mainstream media is pushing, because mainstream media only pushes one story, and it's what they want us to know. Now they do give us some truth, but it's you got to read between the lines, in between the lines. Hey, we got a guy from Ruger from England. Hello, brother, man. Actually, I got a brother named Aaron Lees who lives in the UK, who has been fighting over there for many years now. Footsteps for Freedom. If you're aware of that, just let me know, because I'm going to try to bring Aaron on here live with me one of these days here real soon. Because I see people around the whole world standing up and fighting against what they feel is injustice or a threat to their kids. See, Aaron's all about protecting his children over there in the UK against all these vaccines and all this other stuff. It's a mess everywhere. See, you never get notifications. I don't think people get notifications from my channel. Uh, so, I mean, just check. If you are subbed to my channel, please just check your notifications. If you're not subbed, just think about it. Even if you don't like me, you can come in and check in on me from time to time, and I'll let you talk trash to me or whatever. So, that's why you're so ugly, huh, brother? From too much fighting. Hey, that's why I got this crooked nose that is flat. It's been busted a few times. I'm proud of it. Oh, yeah, I've been fighting in politics for 10 years. Not so much politics, standing up and defending my rights and other people's rights. I don't put a lot of faith in politics or politicians for that matter. My opinion, that's why the whole world's in the shape it's in, is because of politicians, because they can be bought out by lobbyists and special interest groups like BlackRock and Vanguard and all these other, whoever else is ruling the world, people. Because it surely ain't the people like you and me. We don't make no decisions. Right, yeah, last night maybe my live stream was a little late, but I'm spontaneous. When I got something to say, I want to say it. And maybe doing it at different times, I'll be able to reach different people on at different times of the day and different times of the night. But like I said in one of my previous live videos, is I'm counting on all of you to help me get my message out. I'm counting on all of you to help me get the views and the shares and the likes and the subs, because I'm never going to monetize my YouTube channel. I'm never going to sell out, and I'm never going to get help from these big time 2A channels. So it's all up to you guys. I thought that was rather funny though, that Langley Outdoors finally got called out by somebody other than myself. That shit was hilarious. Uh, yeah. If you don't know what I'm talking about, maybe I'll fill you in at the end of this video. But anyways, let's get to talking about what's happening here in America right now at our southern borders. Trump came on the air tonight and said that over 21 million illegals, 21 million, are here in the United States. 21 million. Okay, we see that ICE is doing their job. They've been in Boston, Philadelphia. I can't remember where else, but they're rounding people up, and that's a great thing. They're arresting these violent criminals who should not be here. But how do we get 21 million people out of our country? That's a lot of people who should not be here. How do we get that many people out of our country? The militia, absolutely. I don't know about, yeah, maybe we could be deputized by our local sheriffs to go and help. But as the militia, we should take that upon ourselves as free men, as doing the right thing. Um, and like I was set to go to Texas a few years ago until I got railroaded by some plant who was gonna sell me to the cartel and wanted to know my arrival time and who I was going with. That's a whole nother topic I can get on. But yes, it is up to the people. The people, the militia should be active. And there's actually an act. It's called, I think it was called the Whiskey Rebellion Act, where the president has the authority to call up the militia. But let's talk about what Trump also authorized today: the Foreign Terrorist Organization designation. That's a mouthful. But what that does, people, is that allows us to target outside of the United States. That allows us to attack Venezuela, Mexico, Guatemala. That will allow us to attack anybody that is lined up with the cartel or MSG or any of these other groups. But yeah, he's signing on for something like that. Foreign Terrorist Organization designation. Look it up. It allows Trump to target these gangs and these cartels outside of the United States. Like I was talking previously, do you think Mexico is going to take that? Now, that's an invasion of their sovereignty. Same with if we went into Venezuela. But I mean, who cares? That's what we do. That's what America does. I'm a proud American, but I'm ashamed of my government. Because, quite frankly, trying to police the whole world is not our business. It's not our job. Just like the United States shouldn't be such a police state. We should not be ruled under authoritarian dictatorship. But anyways, also today, Trump, he wants to reenact the Alien Enemies Act of 1796. That pretty much allows us to go to war with all these terrorist groups or whatever is deemed a threat to the United States. Now, look, I'm all for defending the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. But to think that we are going to get 21 million people out of our country in 4 years, it's a joke. Especially because we have all these Democrats in these sanctuary cities, including here in Michigan, who are defying it and are fighting it and are helping hide these people, these illegals. I can get the names, but I read articles and I don't even want to give these jackasses publicity by using their name. We'll just call them oath breakers. There's a bunch of oath breakers, even judges going and defying Trump's orders to help secure our country, to make us safe. Them oath breakers are a humongous problem to our constitutional republic. See, people fail to realize that we are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. There is a big difference. Yeah, why? Okay, good question. Why were these people let in our country in the first place? Because Hillary and Biden and the rest of these people, they have a plan. There's a bigger plan in play, people, that we are not seeing. Maybe it is full-blown war. And maybe Trump doing all this is smoke and mirrors. I mean, how do we even keep these people out once we send them back? Okay, ICE is rounding up all these people right now, and we're shipping them to Mexico. Our border wall is not finished. We do not have enough border agents to protect it. So what's stopping them from just coming right back in? Yeah, they're not going to be welcomed with open arms. But 2,500 National Guard and 1,500 military troops and the border agents, that is not enough to secure every inch of our border. Not even close. So if 21 million of them are here and we're getting out hundreds of them at a day, let's say a couple hundred a day, how long is that going to take to get 21 million people out of our country who should not be here in the first place? On top of that, we're going to start attacking the cartel inside of Mexico and Venezuela. I mean, people, I don't know how else to express to you that these policies are working against us somehow, some way. It may look good at the time, but in reality, it's going to affect us and hurt us somehow. I mean, that's history. Look at history. It's repeated itself over and over and over. Okay, Texas repo. There's 10,000 troops at the Texas border right now. Okay, I did not hear that. Yeah, taxpayers like the National Guard. The National Guard, I don't know. But seriously, people, my question is, how do we get out 21 million people out of our country when they are being fought by these Democrats in these sanctuary cities? What is going to happen if we do start attacking the cartel inside of Mexico? I mean, there's going to be repercussions. Do you think the cartel is just going to let their billion-dollar drug industry and their sex trafficking and human trafficking, you think they're just going to give up on that? No. See, nothing is ever going to stay how it is. Everything's always evolving, changing. Yeah, Robert, we won't be able to get them all out. Not in 4 years, especially with all these people out there preventing it, helping them. In my opinion, all them oath breakers that are doing that should be charged for aiding and abetting. But yes, we have people here in Michigan who are in power blocking ICE. And I'm sure that's happening in other states as well. These sanctuary cities. Grand Rapids, Michigan is one of them. I'll tell you guys that much. That place turned to shit. Prepared father, 250 per illegal. Well, see, there's a way for some of you guys to make money. Become bounty hunters. Go turn these illegals in or go round them up yourselves for 250 bucks. I mean, that would help get more than the 21 million that are here out. But this is going to cause probably war in the streets as well, people. Here in our streets. What happens if, the cartel, they go after a certain cartel here in the United States, that is here in the United States, and there's a big massive shootout. I mean, it's only a matter of time. I'm not sure if any of you seen that video of that guy from Haiti who said he's not going back to Haiti, who was like had 17 felonies or some shit, but said he was not going back to Haiti. Yeah, everything looks like everything's on the up and up right now. Everybody's happy and cheering and celebrating. While we got $500 billion going to AI, the world's smartest computer being built in Texas called Willow. Oh, people. No, I really don't see any change coming. Not for the better, not for a while. Like I've said before, things will only get worse before they get better. Uh, TK, they just have fancy weapons and no training. Who are you talking about? I hope you're talking about the National Guard, TK. But yeah, people, the cartel is not going to just give up on their billion-dollar drug industry or their human trafficking. Who's to say that they're not now? They're not. Maybe they're going to join with ISIS or the Taliban. Maybe some of these Middle Eastern or maybe the CCP because of what's going on now. Now that they've been targeted in a terrorist organization, they should have been labeled that a long time ago. Man, but see, good people, good American people who understand the sacrifice that others have made so that we could have the little bit of freedoms we have. They're the ones that are shit on and called domestic terrorists, not the real terrorists out there, the real people out there doing real damage. I'm sure some of you are familiar with the Summer of Love when Antifa and BLM were burning down cities, but they were just misunderstood. But people like me who was out there exercising their First and Second Amendment right, voicing our grievance against crooked government, we were labeled and we were came after. We were libeled and slandered. Hell, some of us even paid the price. Yeah, mostly peaceful. If I had hair, I'd scratch it off right now because I don't know what there's to be so happy about, so cheery about. I mean, I'm sure you've all heard that the eye of the storm is the calmest time of the storm. Are we in the eye of the storm? That's what I think we're at is in the eye of the storm. And when that storm hits, a lot of people are going to be woken up to a rude reality, one that they're not ready for, one they're not prepared for. That's why being a prepper, a survivalist, it's a good thing to do. To me, it's my lifestyle. The 10% that are the ruthless crazy dudes. I'm not sure what you're meaning, TK. Yeah, Robert, I'm waiting like you, man, for something big to hit. False flags happen. I mean, we know that they will persuade our opinion on things by doing things. That's how they work. Okay, why do guns scare you, Eugene? And decal, man, we may have a new president, man, but it's still going to be the same old shit, probably. I mean, Greenland already told Trump today, in layman's terms, to fuck off. Period. He said it's under Danish rule and it's going to remain under Danish rule. So if Trump wants Greenland, he's going to have to take that by force too. Honestly, I'm glad Denmark told Trump no on Greenland. We have enough to worry about here at home. We don't need to be expanding right now. I mean, at least that's my opinion. You can disagree with me or you can agree with me, either way. But we need to fix our southern border. We need to worry about what the cartel is going to do, how they're going to retaliate. Are they going to join forces with ISIS or all these other terrorist groups? I mean, were these drones really looking for nuclear weapons that were smuggled in on that cargo ship? You know what's come across our southern borders for the past 4 years? Unchecked, unchallenged. And everybody's worried about the next pandemic. Well, then quit letting these people from these third world countries come into our country. But I don't see how we're getting 21 million people out of our country in 4 years. Now, will the next president have the same values of keeping our border shut down to deport all these illegals? Or is it going to be just like what Biden did and just open the border and let it flood through? So, Decal, you were saying that there's no more coming from Mexico. Okay, and we're supposed to believe what? The media on that? Like, I remember them showing videos of the Texas El Paso border being shut down and all the National Guard there pushing back the border agents. And man, you could go down a mile down the road and the border wall was completely missing a section of it, and you could have just walked right on through. You got to follow these independent people who actually go out and put their boots on the ground and film this shit independently, who don't work for a big media company. Do your own research. Find people who are actually out there doing things, not just reporting on it. I mean, we know the people that are here illegally, they've already broken the law and are criminals by being here illegally. They fled the country that they fled from, probably because they were facing prison time over there for the same shit. Or were let out of prison like Castro did to us in the 80s. These people were probably let out of prison and say, here, let that be our problem. Then we don't got to house and feed them. We'll just send them to America and they'll welcome them with open arms and they'll be taken care of. I mean, damn, who wouldn't take advantage of that? Only a fool. And the American people are the ones paying the price. How much money is this going to cost us now to get rid of these 21 million illegal immigrants who have gang affiliations with MSG and who knows who else? And I'm not just saying these illegals are from Mexico and Venezuela and Guatemala. There's probably Chinese, Middle Eastern, Russian, who knows the nationality of all these people that are here. Now, that doesn't matter to me as much as you coming here illegally and crossing into my country illegally. I couldn't go into any other country illegally. I'd be detained or shot. And that's cold hard facts. Any American on here listening, go try to enter Canada or Mexico illegally and see what happens to you. Now, see, I do hope those days are done here in America where anybody can just come here and cross our border and get sanctuary. That has to stop. Our border has to be shut down, locked tight. Oath breakers need to be held accountable. They need to be charged with aiding and abetting if they fail to comply. I mean, uh, do I like living under a lot of these alphabet soups? No. But ICE is doing its job right now. And there's people, elected officials, who are directly telling these illegals how to hide, what to do, who to contact. The whole system is working against us. The whole system works against itself. Yes, I actually believe in the pagan gods, Jordan. Yeah, absolutely. And I believe Hillary still needs to be in prison. These comments are coming in. All right, I'm gonna just keep talking for a few more, and then I'll try to scroll down and read some more of these comments. But the cartel is gonna retaliate, people. The MSG gangs are gonna retaliate. Violence is gonna escalate. That is a for sure thing. Um, how big of a presence of the military does Trump plan on using on our own soil? Now, I'm for getting these people out of here, but I'm not in support of martial law of any kind, no matter what you call it. I mean, look what happened when the Boston bombing happened at the Boston Marathon, the Boston bomber. They were pretty much under martial law there for a few, locked down, told they couldn't leave, couldn't do anything. Okay, look at the destruction them two brothers caused. Just imagine if there's a couple hundred of them or a couple thousand of them ready to do the same thing. That's chaos, people. To me, we're picking all the wrong fights right now. But we need to get these illegals out of our country, and I'm in support of that. Like I've said, 100% for that. But how do we do that? It's not just going to be an easy task. But with all these new this foreign terrorist organization designation bill Trump wants to do or is doing, that's going to allow us to target these enemies of America. Maybe, maybe he is going to enact Enemies Act, the Aliens Enemy Act of 1796. So he can go after their cartel or any of these other groups that are residing in other countries. It is very possible. Okay, now I'll read some of these comments, and I want some of your guys' really, I want your honest opinion. Are we gonna get these 21 million illegal immigrants out of our country? No, I'm not negative. I'm a realist there, Decal. I'm a realist. I see things how they are. I don't sugarcoat anything because I know that nobody looks out for my best interest other than myself. You'd all be wise to do the same. I hope we get a good number out. But is it going to be enough? No. Now, I don't know all the executive orders he has signed. Some of them, like doing away with the Diversity Act and all that, making back two genders. I'm all in support of all that. That's all good. But I think he's making false promises again. Yeah, you can help by reporting. Yeah, everybody can do something. Everybody should be willing to get these people out of the country. Could you imagine living by somebody who has committed crimes, heinous crimes in other countries, being your neighbor? I mean, damn, look at what they did to that woman in the subway in New York, just set her ass on fire for fun. I mean, good and evil, people, is what it comes down to. There's evil people and there's good people. Evil prevails when good people fail to act. That's cold hard truth right there. If you really think about it. Now, if all the good people were standing up and fighting, would the evil decline? Absolutely. But evil's going to run rampant until good people stand up. Okay, Angela, what about the illegals that ain't allowed back in their country? What's he going to do with them? That's just another problem. Absolutely. Good question. What is going to happen to all these other illegals that their country won't take them back? Is Mexico going to take them all? I see Mexico is setting up camps to house a few of them. Not going to respond to what, man? I'll respond to any question. What's your question? Okay, I see somebody saying, "Don't even nobody cares about you." Yeah, Terminator Sky. Exactly, Frank. Yes, this AI shit is terrifying, and now we're gonna build the world's smartest computer ever built, ever made. That's gonna be self-aware and self-learning. Who all cameras are gonna be hooked to this computer, so every image, everything is sent to it, so it can learn at a high rate of speed. I, I mean, I watched Terminator as a kid. Man, that movie scared the hell out of me when I was younger. I mean, we already have the drones. We already have the drones. And now, Elon, we have, thanks, Elon, we have these AI robots that look just like the damn things off iRobot. But yeah, we're safe. Everything's good. It possibly could be Judgment Day, Eugene, or Ragnarok, however you want to look at it. But if you ain't concerned with some of the things taking place, you should be, because you're going to get caught with your pants down when the shit truly pops off. And it is only a matter of time, because we know how bad the Democrats hate Trump. We look at the lead FBI investigator here in Michigan during the plot to kidnap Whitmer. He hated Trump. He made all kinds of posts about Trump. So right there, that was bias. Trump needs to defund all of the three alphabet soup. Trump needs to downsize all of it. Because if you want my opinion, we live under a police state. We are over policed. America is not racist. I'm not a racist. I don't know where you're getting that shit. Yes, less government, please. Absolutely. The government, at least here in America, has one job, and that's to protect our rights as citizens. We're not ruled. We're not supposed to be ruled, anyways. We're not supposed to be dictated to, told how to feel, how to think, how to act. Uh, China can have that all they want. That's not me. That's not for me. Never will that be for me. Some of these comments are just amazing. But are we going to war now with the cartels? I mean, yeah, we're already at war with them. Now, these cartels, these just ain't your average people. They're trained, they're heavily armed. They maybe some of that equipment that was left over there in Afghanistan made its way to Mexico. I bet it did. I'd bet money on it that some of that military equipment left in Afghanistan is in Mexico or is even possibly here. I bet you that when ICE starts rounding up more of these illegals, they're going to find more and more drugs, guns. They're going to find all kinds of shit that we're going to start hearing about to push this foreign terrorist organization so that we can target these individuals outside of the boundaries of our country. We are going to see that happen shortly. I just want my American people to know that we are the true masters of our land, that the people we hire, that we elect to look out for our interests, are selling our land, are selling our resources to other countries, to our enemies, quite frankly. I mean, can anybody argue that? No. Okay, let's get one thing straight here. I just saw a comment that kind of irritated me a little bit. I'm not going to go through it, but I don't care what you do as long as it doesn't affect me or my family. You can dress how you want, you can be who you want, but don't, as soon as it becomes a threat to me or mine, then it's going to be a problem. I don't care how people look. Quite frankly, I don't care how people act because that's what individualism is. That's what freedom is. I don't like living in danger. I don't like knowing that people are so uh, have this complex of feeling safe, especially right now. I mean, there's talks of World War III that's been happening for well over 2 years now. It's only a matter, are we already in World War III? It's just a silent war. I mean, that's possible. Are these tariffs that Trump's going to impose and all these sanctions on Russia? What's that going to do? I mean, Russia has some pretty powerful allies. We really, who do we have? We have NATO, but we pay for NATO. NATO's a joke. Trump needs to pull out of NATO. Let some of these countries start paying their own way then. Absolutely, Twiggy. The Constitution is the law. The Bill of Rights is, it's so simple that our founding fathers wrote it so simple that you anybody and everybody should be able to understand it and see that our rights are being infringed upon, that a lot of the freedoms we once had are gone. People growing up in the 70s, I guarantee had it better than we do now. I know I had it better growing up in the 90s than I have it now. It's an era thing. I guess you adapt to your time frame. Libertarian, choice of freedom. Yeah, NATO is a joke. Yeah, and Eli is designing an AI military. So now we're gonna have a military full of a military of nothing but robots. And there's a lot of restricted messages on here. Snapped, how is NATO strong? Explain to that. Explain to all of us on here watching right now. NATO is strong because the American people pay for it. Germany has good technology in NATO. Okay, technology. All right, let's talk technology for a minute. What happens when the technology is useless because of an EMP? And you got to use infantry. You got to use real men, real guns, real bullets. Is Germany ready for that? Is the United States military ready for that? I mean, hell, we couldn't even defeat the Taliban in Afghanistan. Instead, we pull out. I told myself I wasn't going to get wound up tonight. Thanks, brother Ward. I'm on point with a lot of issues. I try to be. Like I said before, don't think inside the box. Get rid of the box. Be a free thinker, a critical thinker. Stop thinking with your feelings. See, so many people think with feelings, not critical thinking. Yeah, nobody is ready for war. Nobody. But we all know war is the only way to pull yourself out of a recession. War is the biggest money maker that's in this world. History repeats itself. I mean, our national debt just keeps rising and rising and rising. The price of gold and silver are skyrocketing. Yeah, I probably do need a mod in there, DB Cooper. I'll get somebody to do that one of these days. I try not to look at the comments too often right now. Fourth grade level, Ron Paul. Why? Because I speak the truth and you don't like the truth hurts your feelings, go find a safe spot. Go get your blanket or something. Go get some warm soy milk. Some people. Yeah, Ward, you're 61, seen a lot. Yeah. I'm 48. I've done a lot in my time on this earth. I've seen a lot. And I know how people respond to crisis situations. Um, when people get all emotional, I've seen what large crowds of emotional people are capable of doing. Hey, thanks, Evan. I'm having a great night, man. I'm having a great time on here tonight. I'm just a fiery guy. Some say I'm controversial. Some people think I'm an asshole. Yes, I gotta pass that torch, brother Joe. Yes. And you are the guys I'm looking to try to pass that torch to. It's you younger folks. Because your guys' future is at stake more than mine. Just like my grandkids I'm talking about. I have five grandsons that are growing up in a world that is scary to me. The things I'm seeing happening, I don't want them to have to go fight in a rich man's war. For what? Man, there is some really, I do need a moderator on here. I know you do, brother Joe. I know you fight for my family. You fight for all of us. There's very few of us. I'm sure there's a whole lot more people that feel like us. And those are the people I'm trying to reach. We're never going to agree on everything. There's going to be things that I'm going to even say to probably some of my closest friends on here that'll piss them off and they won't agree with. But you know what? At the end of the day, we're still friends. It's you can disagree to and still be friends and still be civil with each other. See, it's not about who's right or who's wrong. It's about fixing the problems we are facing together, about standing up together, fixing things together, not relying on somebody else to do it for us. But I really do think that this whole cartel thing is going to ramp up. I don't believe that the cartel is just going to buckle. I believe there's going to be fighting in our streets eventually. Who knows? Like I said, maybe they could join forces with real terrorists like ISIS or Al Qaeda or the Taliban. And who knows what they're capable of doing then? Why do I got a YouTube thing coming up on here? Must be an AI robot on here monitoring me. Yeah, that was another thing I refused to do on YouTube. They asked if I wanted to let AI generate my channel, and I told them no. That was some weird shit too. I don't know if any of you on here got that notification if you have a YouTube channel about letting AI help you with your content. Yeah, I definitely opted out of that. Yes, I do believe, Snap, that we will be going to World War III. I think World War III is already probably happening. It's taking place right now. It's just we're being told it's exercises or drills. Hey, where am I located? I'm located in Michigan. Yeah, there's a lot of people that like to embarrass themselves on here, guys. It's okay. Just let them do them. Yeah, I see a lot of messages saying held for review. Let's see what this one says. I won't let me read the message. Do any of you know how I save these live comments after I end this video? After I end a live video, how do I save the chat? Do any of you know? Well, A, to answer your question, nobody's going to win in World War III. Nobody. There's going to be a conqueror, maybe, but nobody's going to win. Definitely not us little people. I mean, these rich elite assholes have bunkers uh, all over the place. They're going to be safe. They're going to have food. They're going to have shelter. They're going to have safety. They're going to have protection. Are you? But keep supporting these rich assholes. Keep thinking that they're going to save you somehow. You'll be okay. Right, Frank. Nobody's going to win. We all lose. Absolutely. Okay, right. Einstein said World War III would be fought with weapons and World War IV would be fought with sticks. Yeah, we'd probably go back to the Stone Age. The topic in here is right now we're talking about how the hell we're going to get 21 million illegal immigrants out of our country if you live in America. How do you get 21 million illegal immigrants out of a country in 4 years? You start wars. That's what it looks like to me. What's impossible? Black. Oh, double. What's impossible, man? Explain to us what's impossible. Be jumping in your bathtub. Yeah, man, I don't have a bunker either, brother. I'd love to have a bunker. Oh, yeah, getting 21 million out. Absolutely, guy. Absolutely, brother, man. There's no way we can get 21 million people out of our country. I I'll try to do the math on that, or somebody do the math on that. 4 years. How many people would have to be rounded up per day to get 21 million people out? Back to Switzerland. I bet that's a beautiful country. I want to see Norway. Norway's where I want to go. I you hope I get deported back to Iceland. Uh, I take Norway. Uh, yep, we must have another AI or a troll on here. We're just gonna have fun for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna end this live stream. But I do want to take the time to thank you all for listening once again to me rant. Um, I hope someday we can all come together and fight the tyranny that oppresses us all because we all wear shackles of some sort. Break those chains. Man, this ass clown. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. Just I can't deal when I see spam just keep popping up. I have to do something about that. Yeah, he was a troller, and it's probably AI or YouTube trying to stop me from speaking because I did have that problem on Facebook. I was censored horribly on Facebook. That's why I'm counting on all of you to like and share my videos, to subscribe to my channel. Um, I talk about everything because that's just who I am and what I do. Yeah, Facebook is a joke, absolutely. Yeah, when they scrubbed me back in 2020 and took everything down that I done, and yeah, I was pretty much done with it then. 50, 57,000 a day to have them out in a year. Yeah, that's oh yeah, that's a big number daily. Now I wonder what kind of money are we spending to do this? Now, honestly, money is an illusion and they just print more of it and tax us more, so they don't care about how much it's going to cost. Honestly, I really don't care. Oh, Hillary Clinton, yeah, that says Hillary for prison. That flag was given to me from a guy at a Trump rally back in 2015 in Coldwater. I just thought it was kind of funny because I think all oath breakers should be held accountable, especially those who are trying to stop ICE from doing their job and deporting these illegals who shouldn't even be here in the first place. But you know, once they're deported and all that, who's to say they're not just going to waltz back across the border unless we get that border wall built and secured? And it's going to have to be monitored 24/7. There's got to be surveillance or um, something put up more than just a few border agents patrolling hundreds and hundreds of miles of border wall. Yeah, I'm glad he put the two gender law back too. I mean, that's common sense. We got to get back to common sense, people. Not thinking with feelings and emotions. You know, see, there's a lot of mental illness going on in this country. Um, Probably Big Pharma's fault. Probably all these vaccines. But who knows? I just know that I refuse to be their puppet. I refuse to play along with the master's plan because that's who they think they are. They think they're our masters, that they control us. And if any of you think I'm wrong, please elaborate why you think I'm wrong. The elite, the billionaires, they're going to be taken care of no matter what happens. You think Elon or Trump or Zuckerberg or any of these other millionaires that have bunkers, you think they care what happens? Do you really think they give a shit? No, they don't need us. That's why they're creating AI. Now, I can go down this rabbit hole with you guys if you want for a moment. I don't know how much battery I have left, so I hate for my phone to die out on me again. It hasn't flashed at me yet. But who's to say that this army of robots that Elon's building is not to replace the workforce? Who's to say that AI is not being created for when there's a lack of human beings on this planet to do the job that we used to do because of a nuclear war or some kind of pandemic or an asteroid hit or whatever the case may be? Is that why all this AI is being pushed and pushed and pushed? Yeah, they need us long enough to allow AI to learn from us and take it away. Absolutely. They're just buying their time. Why why they're preparing and they know everything, we're left in the dark. Robots cannot replace humans indefinitely. Why is that? I mean, there don't have to be uh, a whole lot of people left. I mean, you know anything about Agenda 2030? Look that up. Look that up. Sustainable life. They're already saying that we're going to run out of natural resources before 2030. My flag says Hillary for prison. So yeah, are we running out of natural resources, and is that why the struggle's on for the control of power? You know, does Russia, is that why Russia knows something? Do we know something? I mean, I'm sure these elitists and these people in power know how much resources we have. Is that why Trump wanted to buy Greenland? Because he knows our oil reserves here are not as grand as everybody would like to think they are. Just like Fort Knox is not full of gold. Oh, Alaska is untapped and has the most resources. That's possible. Yeah, this AI is going to take control of everything, of every app. Like who's to say that this video right now is not being sent to some big computer to analyze everything we talk about, everything I say, to learn from me, to learn from you. That's scary shit. But it's a reality we are looking at with AI. Mad respect to you too, brother. I appreciate that. Navy SEAL. Man, you're a badass, brother. The military wasn't meant for me. I can't take orders. I can't stand somebody getting in my face yelling at me, barking orders. That was just not meant for me. I don't know what you're trying to get at there, W. Rivers. It is a wild world. It's a very strange world we're living in. And don't be shocked by anything that plays out, and don't buy into what the media is telling you is happening. The Second Amendment is always going to be needed. The Second Amendment uh, gives me a way to defend myself. It gives you a way to defend yourself. It makes women equal to men. If you want to be equal, buy a gun, learn to use it, practice, train with it, make it part of you. Because I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. All right, people, I'm going to give this a few more minutes. I'm going to end this. We're at an hour and 15. Thank you all for being on here. If you haven't subbed, please do. Help promote my channel, our channel, because I can't do anything without you guys. My voice will never be heard without you guys. You guys motivate me to keep doing what I'm doing. Right now, motivation is something I need. I need something to light that fire again. Because this world's going to need people like me. And some of you, this world needs people, brave people, courageous people. No, I'm not saying I'm the baddest man or any of that, but I'm a brave man. And I stand by my convictions. And I know my courage. If my courage will hold, I'll stand up, and I'll be standing in the end. So I'll answer. I'll look for a few questions here, if anybody has any, or I'll reply to a couple of these comments. Yeah, Elon Musk like came out of nowhere. South Africa. I mean, yeah, South Africa is a whole nother weird thing, ruled by elites. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that, man. You'd fight alongside me. Because I would never ask anybody to do anything I'm not willing to do. That's why I think when there was a strong militia movement here in Michigan from 2015 to 2020, up until even 2023, we're still rolling. 2024, we're still rolling, but it's not hardcore like it was back then. It was nothing for me to pull a couple hundred guys together in a few days, hours. It's happened before. But there needs to be a citizens militia. People need to understand their rights. People need to pressure their representatives and their senators into following the Constitution. And we all know that our Constitution has been not being followed for a long time. That they pick and choose when it fits them. Now, I'm waiting to see if what Trump's going to do about my Second Amendment. Is he going to give me my rights back? Am I going to still need a permission slip to protect myself in my vehicle because I'm not inside my home? I should be able to protect myself however I deem fit, just like all of you should be able to defend yourself and protect yourself however you deem fit. That's what the right to bear arms means. That's exactly what it means. It's up to you how you choose to defend yourself and protect yourself. Absolutely. Well, we'll just keep going because there looks like there's quite a few still on here. I'd like to hear some of your guys' concerns. It all starts with education. Absolutely, buddy. Oz, our public education is a joke, an absolute joke. I mean, that's where countries like China are are exceeding and beating us at public education. They're trained in skilled trades. Yeah. over here we're teaching kids that everything's about feelings. It's indoctrination is basically what it is. It's Marxism. And the parents need to take a little more a look at the curriculum that is being pushed at their schools. You can't just send your kid off to a stranger and expect everything to be hunky dory. You know, I mean, you wouldn't send your kids to just some stranger. So wouldn't you want to know about your teachers, about who's teaching them, about the principal, what their beliefs are, their stance on things? Yeah, I was very active when my kids were in school. I even coached football for them. I coached varsity football with my oldest kid for 2 years, and I coached rocket football for my youngest. That was a blast. I had a lot of fun coaching. Coaching football was fun. Making the kids run. Making them do everything I had to do back in the day. Yes, it starts at home with good morals. Um, Pushing integrity, pushing respect, um, letting kids know that what you leave behind is important, that family is important, because family is truly important. And when it comes to that, I'm probably the most blessed man on this planet. I have the best family a man could ever ask for. I have a lot of great friends. I know a lot of great people. And it worries me. It concerns me. That's why all this shit going on today in our country, I feel I have to talk about. I feel like I have to address it. Because very few people actually give a shit about each other. But I'm one of them. I do truly care. I give a shit. I give a shit about all of you on here right now. And I would stand up for all of your rights. Because that's what I believe in. I don't pick and choose what suits me or what fits me the best. That's not how I'm built. That's why I feel so much better now that I unsubscribed from all those big time Second Amendment channels. That shit drove me crazy. I didn't realize it until I don't see it now. Out of sight, out of mind, I guess works for me on that. I know that the only support I'm going to get is from you guys on here. That's how my message is going to get pushed. And there's going to be a time when I'm going to need my message to get pushed. When there's a 2A rally coming up. That way we can get numbers there. If them Second Amendment big channels would have helped promote our Second Amendment rallies here in Michigan, when I was simply trying to ask to promote a Second Amendment rally, something they claim they all support, wouldn't help me. They wouldn't even let me comment on their damn post. Now, does that sound like a true Second Amendment supporter to you? No. It sounds like somebody that's only worried about money. You're not going to be able to eat your money. Just like I don't understand why all these preppers and some of these survivalist channels are telling people to go buy gold and silver. Okay, gold and silver is only going to be good if we come out of this crisis. If this crisis happens, if the world collapses, the economy collapses, gold and silver is only going to be good or useful to the rich. I mean, think about it, people. If everybody's going hungry and I have food, and you're trying to trade me some piece of gold or silver for food that I have, you're not going to eat that day because I'm not taking that gold or silver. It's pointless at that time. Stock up on ammunition, guns, prepping equipment, survival gear, medications, medical equipment, medical gear, proper clothing for all seasons. There's so much things, there's so many things you can do that it's endless. You can never be too prepared. No, I can't eat guns, but you know what? I can go hunt with my guns and I can get my own supper that way. But see, I don't need a gun to do that either because I know how to trap. I know how to use a bow. Hell, I could probably throw my axe at it. But you better learn to count on yourself. You better learn to be your own hero. You better stop counting on somebody else to do all the heavy lifting for you. I cry. I don't cry. What are you talking about here, tough guy? Samuel, Dr. Samuel. No, I'm stating facts, man. Apparently, you don't understand the difference. Yeah, we must be prepared. Remember, Rome fell, and we can't. Don't start now. Right on, man. That's not what I'm talking about, man. See, the heavy lifting means just doing things that are uncomfortable, things that you don't feel you should do or have to do. It's not about actual physical lifting something heavy. Oh, man. A kid can't even shovel a sidewalk. What do you mean by that? I'm not following. Does anybody have anything intellectual to say on here? Thanks, man. I love my beard as well. Uh, just let it grow. I don't plan on ever shaving it off. But yep. All right, people. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this video up. Uh, but like I said, thank you all for joining me tonight. I'll probably be back on tomorrow because I'm sure something else will get in here and I'll have to get it out. Now, I would keep going if there was some actual good conversation, some good comments on here. I don't like just to ramble aimlessly, even though I'm good at it. Just joined. The topic at first was about 21 million illegals being in the United States and how we're going to get rid of them all. And then it kind of shifted to AI and then kind of shifted to the Second Amendment. We're kind of all over the place. But that's okay. That's just talking with the heathen. Now, for any of you who don't know, my name is Phil Robinson. That is my real name. If you want to know anything about me or who I am or what I stand up for, what I fight for, Google my name, Phil Robinson, Michigan Liberty Militia. You'll see that I have been fighting for R2A for a decade now. This is my 10th year, 2025. I started in 2015. I'm in West Michigan. I live in Berry County. You're in mid Michigan? Well, maybe we should meet up because I do have some things coming up here in Michigan. I'm trying to reorganize and regroup and put together the militia cause again here in Michigan. I'm trying to give the Michigan people here a backbone once again. I want Michigan to stand up and fight once again. And I know the right people to get this thing started again. And I think people in every state should do the same thing. Every state should have its own citizens militia. Now it don't have to fly under one banner. It'd be preferable if but it comes down to leadership. You got to have good leaders. You got to have good leaders. Now we had some really good guys running the groups here in Michigan, and I gotta somehow convince them to pick up the fight again. Not to give up, because there's people counting on us. There's people counting on me. It may not be all of you guys or all of my friends, but my family is counting on me. My grandkids are counting on me. And like I said before, people, the only thing that I fear is failure. Failure scares me because that means I didn't try my best or I didn't give it my all. So I'm going to push and I'm going to fight and I'm going to scratch and I'm going to claw until I am on top again. Until where I can make the change I want to see happen. And we all have the power inside of us to do great things. Most of us fail to believe in ourselves. Most of us listen to what other people say about us. Don't ever let anybody discourage you from being who you want to be or believing in what you want to believe in. Don't let nobody discourage you from standing up for what you deem is right. It's so cold out here, my pop turned to slush. But I believe in each and every one of us has the ability inside of us to do great things, to make changes, good changes that will affect not only our generation, but generations to come. Because if that's not important to you, then I don't know what is. Uh, my thoughts on Hudson for governor. I'm not sure who that is. If you're talking about in Michigan, I used to support Ryan Kelly for governor. I worked with Ryan Kelly, did a lot of security for him. Ryan Kelly was a pretty cool guy. I don't know what he's been up to now. I know he got in trouble for all that J6 bullshit, and I lost contact with him. So I don't know. I'd have to talk to Ryan again to get a feel for him, to see if he's the same person he once was. But yeah, we have a problem coming up here in Michigan, people. How many people do I got on here in Michigan still? Because if you're not aware, Benson, our Secretary of State, is going to run for governor in 2020, coming up here. And then Whitmer is throwing her hat in for president. That's pretty scary shit right there. That terrifies me. But yeah, I mean, 4 years to get 21 million illegals out of our country with talks of war all over the world and AI getting ready to take over everything. Well, I'm going to end this video now, people, but I just want to say thank you all once again. But I will see you probably tomorrow. So stay tuned because I have lots to talk about. And I kind of enjoy doing these live videos. So if you haven't subbed, please do so. And if you haven't checked your notifications, please do so too. Because I'm counting on all of you to help get my message out there. So stay strapped, stay frosty, and stay dangerous, people. Because you are your first and only line of defense. But yeah, I do love that flag though. I'll turn it around. And just got a couple signs up out here in my pole barn. Well, anyways, people, thank you. Good night. Have a good night. And I look forward to talking to you all guys all again real soon. This is the Crazy Heathen saying, we're in this fight together and we can only count on each other.